this topic is how the socio-economic and cultural factor, how the socio-economic cultural factor correlates with this learning, and what is the learning needs of the students who have this different type of socio-economic, cultural, geographical background, and how this social, economic, political, and geographical factor correlates with the learning of the learners. Okay, and this topic purely belongs to your paper 5 and sorry paper 2 and unit 5 and the second person, and most of the students they have asked about this question, and this is why I think it will be right for me to discuss it in detail. And we are very much acquainted with the learners, and as a individual, as a human being, we are very much acquainted with our friends, with our kith and kin, and with everybody. Okay, yes or no? And everybody of us have different type of social background, economic background, political background, geographical background. Okay, yes or no? This is why, for example, most of us we are staying in rural area, and most of us we are staying in urban area, and most of us we are belong to middle class, and most of us we are belong to higher class. Okay, in this way we see the differences among us, and students and my friends, you know that whenever we means with the individuals, with the educators, with the students, with the friends, we see different type of background which exist among us. Then this time we see we have also different type of need. Okay, for example, I will discuss a instant example for you. One student, he or she is coming from poor socio-economic background. Okay, so no doubt, what will be his or her learning need? Okay, she or he will must have or might have the type of some availing some good opportunity. Like you, for example, you are staying in a high economic strata, and she is living in a low or poor socio-economic strata. So this is why she is deprived of getting good facility like you. Yes or no? So her or his need quite different. So whenever we means the educator, we means the teacher, we means the students, people, teachers, only we understand what is the learning needs, and if the learning needs matches with their learning, then no doubt students, then this time the pace of learning will be accelerated. Yes or no? So everybody has certain learning need. Definitely we are learning for a purpose. So if we are learning based on the purpose, if it satisfy with the purpose, then no doubt we will be interested towards this learning. Yes or no? We are be interested towards this learning. So this is why that time what will happen, we means with the learners we will voluntarily bend towards learning. Voluntarily we will bend towards this learning, or our inclination towards the learning will be more and more. And what will happen? So no doubt our level of attainment, our level of achievement will be maximum and maximum, because inside within ourselves one sort of drive it will be created, and which type makes us very much powerful to learn more and more. So this is why the present topic, that is this topic, that is identification of learning needs in socio economic, cultural, geographical, political area. So it is very much vital, and it plays an important role on the part of the learners, on the part of the teachers and the educational administrator. And because of this we must realize this concept. Okay, and this is why we must understand it very minutely. Okay, and accordingly we will make the provision or provide the facility, and no doubt the students they will be able to learn more and more, and our learning and sorry, their learning and our teaching both will be very much effective, and side by side we can also guarantee, we can also ensure the quality in education as well as this quality of education, and both are depends upon these two these factors. Okay, this is one thing, but our topic is what do mean by this socio-economic and cultural and this geographical and this political area. So students, very briefly, I want to speak that in socio-economic aspect, we can classify the student having high socio-economic background, low socio-economic background, average socio-economic background. Again, on geographical basis, we can classify them urban based, rural based, tribal based. Okay, so we will consider these factors. This means the students who are staying, who are living in high socio-economic status, so they are getting every sort of facility because their parents are capable. But the students, you see, you think for a while, the students who are living in a low socio-economic background, so what type of learning needs they require and what type of learning needs the teachers is required to provide them so that they can cope with the normal. Okay, so first of all we will discuss the learning needs of the learners who belongs to this poor or low socio-economic background, and in every sort of areas, maybe urban, maybe rural, maybe tribal. Okay, so the points I will briefly state and you will note it minutely, and I think the points you will be explained again very briefly. I will also explain the point. Okay, then we are discussing the students having this low socio economic background, either she belongs to urban, rural or tribal. Okay, so what is their needs? Okay, first need you write down it. They require stimulating learning environment. They require stimulating learning environment. Stimulating learning environment. This means the hence they are living in a distressed position, having this low socio-economic, tribal or rural area. So they are deprived of getting such simulating environment. So it is your duty how to make this learning situation very much conducive, attractive, attractive and joyful, so that they will feel very much comfort in this learning situation, and this is why their pace of learning will be accelerated and the pace of learning will be more and more, and their power of understanding, power of receiving the concept will be also more and more, and this is why you will consider about these things. Okay, so this is why this is the factor. And the second need of the learners who belong to this poor or low socio-economic position, they are as follows: support from parents, support from parents. Okay, support from parents. So generally what happen, the students who belongs to this poor or low socio-economic background and they have no such type of good position, so then that time what happen, the parents they are engaged themselves in some paddy lands or some other type of cultivation to earn their live. So this is why this time the students or the children they are very much engaged in household affairs. So for them the parents should be inspire them, the parents should be motivate them, because they should realize the importance of education. And you know the girl students they are denied to come to school, attend the school, if the parents they are very much poor or they are very much they are very much poor or they belong to this type of environment. So support from parents is very much required, which will which will create interest among the learners, and this interest will enable the learners to attend the school and they will continue the school, and so that the retention position of the school will be more and more, and the wastage and stagnation we can reduce to a greater extent. Okay, so the third need of this kind of student is support from teachers. Support from teachers. The teachers should realize, the teacher should understand each and every learner. He or she know that these are the students, they have this type of difficulty, so what sort of incentives can be should be provided for them on behalf of the school or on behalf of the government. Nowadays, government has provided so many incentives, so many facilities to this type of students. So this is why we must careful about this. Okay, support from the teacher. And the next need is providing suitable peer group. Providing suitable peer group. This means students, so providing suitable peer group means always you think the students, they should be provided one appropriate peer group. Appropriate peer group who can help them to go or to move to the higher and to higher and higher steps. Okay, so the teachers and the parents should be very much careful as their children, they will get appropriate friends, and so that they can from the friends, and the friends, they will motivate them to a greater extent. Okay, then the next need is the next need of the learners who belong to this type of category, providing relevant TLM. This means teaching learning materials. So friends, you think teaching learning materials is very much necessary for them, for this type of learners to learn, and without this they can learn nothing. So the basic necessity what they require, and it is generally the parents, they are not provided it them, and this is why they are incapable, they feel it very much difficult to learn and to match with their friends. Okay, they are not capable to purchase one laptop, one of the essential reference books, so they are not they feel it difficult to learn and learn. But whereas hence you have this high socio-economic background, so you can easily purchase it, buy it, yes or no. So this is why minimum necessary teaching learning materials should be provided by the teacher with the help of the headmaster to this type of students. Okay, then next one is practice makes a man perfect. Okay, so hence they belongs to this type of category. So what will happen? Due to this, they are not getting the time. Time is one pertinent factor. Without because if you are getting time more, then you can do everything. Okay, this is why they should be provided. They should be do more practice, by virtue of which everything, every concept, every answer, every abstract concept, they will able to learn more and more, and they can cope with the normal learners. Okay, and this is one of the needs. Then the next one is very much important. It is for this type of students, and it is also common to every category. Okay, every category. And what is this? Creation of positive learning readiness. Creation of positive learning readiness. You know, friends, that learning readiness is such an element which enables us to learn each and everything. If you have no readiness, towards this learning, you will never able to learn and learn. Okay, this is why creation of appropriate readiness among among the learners is one of the important factor and which will be created by the teacher inside the classroom with the help of by using his innovative ideas or by using his innovative ideas or skills or some other things. Okay, so this is why creation in order to create some proper readiness among the learners, and sometimes we also from the very beginning we also do some play, do also give some good examples, cite some good examples by which we see the learners they are motivated towards the learning. Okay, आमे साधारणतः गोटे कथा कहबी आमे जेतले एंगेजमेंट स्टेज करूचु बा जेतले प्रारंभिक प्रश्नवाली स्टेप 1 जाउचु इंट्रोडक्शन सेतबळे what type of strategy we have adopted and so that the learners they are interested towards this learning. So this is the example of creating readiness among the learners, and it will be applicable for each and every type of learners and their learning needs. Okay, then the next point we come the use of corrective measures according to their learning difficulty. Use of corrective measures according to their learning difficulty. So the students who are learning at elementary level, so generally what happen, these students if they are genius they have no such a difficulty, but if they are poor, so they have different type of difficulty in different subject, and we see most of the students they have difficulty in learning this mathematics and this English and science, and in some topics they feel it very difficult and to follow it. So this is why according to their difficulties, so okay, first of all it is necessary to identify what is their difficulty and in which subject they have the difficulty and what sort of measures we will require to apply for them, and accordingly on the basis of their learning difficulty if the corrective measures will be provided then no doubt they can come to the normal level. So this is why it is one of the most required and essential learning needs of the learners in each and every area, whatever social background he or she, economic background he or she, and also cultural and also geographical, political, or these children with special needs. Okay, then next point will come to develop communication skill among the learners. Okay, next learning needs is the learner to develop that is what communication skill. Sometimes we see hence the students they have come from this type of area, poor socio-economic and this rural or these tribal areas, or they have though they have come from this high socio-economic status, still some of the students they are lacking this communication ability, proper communication skill. This is why they are unable to express their difficulty, to vent out their difficulty in a proper way to the teacher or to share it with their friends. Okay, so this is why every student is expected to possess this communication skill to a greater extent so that they can able to do each and everything in each and every walk of life. Okay, communication skill is one of the essential attribute of the learner's learning needs. Okay, then come to the what is the need to solve the language difficulties, and sometimes we see the student who have come from these tribal areas, and first they have come from this tribal area, very much remote area, and second they are not they have some language difficulty, they are unable to speak like you the normal language. Okay, so then this time they develop some inferiority complex among themselves. So this is why it is necessary on our part, that is every students he or she will be free from this language difficulty. Okay, so this is one of the need of the learner. Okay, then the next one is the continuous appraisal, continuous appraisal of progress. Okay, continuous appraisal of progress. So this point is one of the common learning needs of the learners who have different type of social, economic, cultural, political, geographical, uh, who belongs to different type of areas. Okay, continuous appraisal of progress. So every learner, he or she is expected to that what he or she is learning. So this learning is required to be appraised by the learner himself or by the teacher, because you know from the very beginning I have said this point that every learner, he or she have the metacognitive ability. This is why nowadays we prefer to use this assessment instead of this evaluation. Yes or no? So this is why, and the students, then they know what they have learned. Again, the teacher is required, the teaching personnel is required, the school is required to evaluate, to assess the performance of the learners from time to time or periodically and regularly, and accordingly he or she is requested to provide the feedback. Okay, okay. Feel very much discomforts, and they're incapable to learn. So feeling of security is one of the important need of the learners. Okay, and the second need, the next need is to provide appropriate diagnostic test according to their learning difficulty. To provide appropriate diagnostic test according to their learning difficulty. First of all, it is necessary to find out the learning difficulty of the learners, and then after this we will think what type of diagnostic test is required. Good afternoon, sir. Okay. What type of diagnostic test is required? Is required for them so that they will be benefited. And if the diagnostic test is match according to their learning difficulty, no doubt the learning will be very much effective. Okay. And the next learning needs is home visit by teachers, and sometimes and most of the time the teacher is required to make informal visit to the house of the students. The students in the teacher will visit the house of the learners who have some genuine type of difficulties. Okay, by visiting their house, the teacher is required to provide necessary guidance, necessary help, and to make the parents aware in respect of the importance of education, and the difficulty of the student will be solved in cooperation, in collaboration with the uh, teachers. Okay, then the balance of work and rest. Generally, this point is purely applicable the student who have poor economic strata and who always engage in some occupation to earn something for their parents. Okay, ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ ଘଟେ ନା ଛୁଆମାନଙ୍କୁ ଘରେ ଅନ୍ୟ ଛୁଆମାନଙ୍କୁ ସହିତ ଖେଳିବା ବା ତାଙ୍କର ଯତ୍ନ ନେବା, ତାଙ୍କୁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ ହୋମୱାର୍କ କରିବା, ତା ପାଇଁ ଘର ପାଇଁ ରୋଷେଇ କରିବା. In this was generally the parents, they engage the child. Okay, so this is why they never get the rest. So this is why rest is one of the important factor. So it should be provided to the learners, and we must very much conscious about this. And what is the work and how much rest they are getting, and how we will provide rest for them so that they will be mentally and physically free and capable to do something. Okay, and then next it is strategy to make them free from anxiety or academic stress. Okay, strategy to make them free from anxiety and academic stress. Generally, you know friends, everybody of us, when you are a student, for example, instant example we can take, you are suffering from this exam anxiety, exam stress. When your exam will be held, and how you will appear the exam, how you will secure the marks, and what type of materials you are now you are requiring, and what type of facility you are so minimum required from your friends or from your teachers. Okay, so strategy to make them free from anxiety and academic stress. So generally the teacher is required to adapt different type of skills or idea by using this skill, as if we will think that the students they are free from this academic stress or anxiety. However, so friends, it is very much clear that if the anxiety will be more and more, so it is very furious, it is very harmful for everybody. So you and everybody of us, as a learner, I am talking as a learner, everybody of us are a lifelong learner, yes or no? So we should be free from this academic stress, and which enables you to secure good marks. ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ एग्जांपल कहबी, आमे परीक्षा रे जदी लेखिला बेलकू आम टिके बेसी नर्वस हे जाउछु, सेतबे तमे ठीक लेखाटा मध्य भूल कर दउछो। तेकुरी आमे सब बडे सो जनरली वी शुड थिंक हाउ वी विल फ्री we can free ourselves from this academic stress and anxiety, which is very much necessary. Okay, then friends, the next need is nutritional need. Okay, so generally these students they are deprived of getting suitable required nutrition by their parents, though the midday meal has been provided them. So never think that the midday meal will satisfy their nutritional position. So this is why the minimum nutrition what they require per day, this must be provided them. Okay, then the next is awareness program. Okay, awareness program, generally this point very much applicable in this tribal or this rural area. So the parents, some of the parents, no everybody, some of the parents generally it is felt or realized that, so they never realize the importance of this education. Okay, so this is why for them awareness program should be conducted by them periodically, by which they will be capable to know the importance of education, and they will the parents they will be interested to send their children towards towards the school. So the enrollment position in the school will be more and more, and the retention position will be also more and more, and on the other side we can also reduce this wastage and stagnation. Okay, so this is why the awareness program will be conducted in this area for the sake of these learners, and by which they will be benefited in this way. Okay, then the next one is the learner center learning strategy. Learner center learning strategy. Okay, so friends, every time we are giving this clarion call, every time we are giving this clarion call in respect of this learner center learning situation, learner center learning strategy, yes or no? You think, take the example, how many of us we are really implemented this practically, yes or no? So this is why if the approach will be learner center learning situation. And if we will follow this approach, no doubt we will give priority to the learners, their needs, their interest, and accordingly we will select the processor procedure. So nowadays we have adopted this 5P approach. So you think, though we are teaching through this 5P approach, to what extent you the teachers are really engaged, and to what extent the learners they are learning, what they are learning, what is the level of the learning, how they are engaging, really they are engaging or they are not engaging. Okay, to what extent it is really active by the learners. Okay, how many learners they play active role. Okay, you think it for a while and you get the real solution. Okay, so students and my friends, be practical, be something for the benefit of the learners as if they will be benefited. So this is the importance of the topic. We must realize, we must understand the needs of the learner. If the needs of the learners in different area will match, then no doubt the learning will be achieved by them at optimum level, at maximum level, and no doubt you can assure, you can guarantee about this quality education. Okay, so next point will come, higher degree of achievement motivation. Higher degree of achievement motivation. So every category of students, they need to provide greater degree of achievement motivation. Okay, because this achievement motivation creates some sort of inner drive among the learners, by which the learners create some inner force inside themselves, and to overcome every sort of difficulty, what they feel, what they realize. There is a saying in English. So what is this? If there is a will, there is a way. Yes or no? So this thing will be put here. Okay. So next point will come, the students who belong to this high socio-economic background. Okay. And this very much metropolitan city like this Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, Madras, and this Bhubaneswar also. Okay, so for them, they require this enrichment program, providing enrichment facility for them. Okay, because they are in a good position, so they require more and more, but they are incapable to select the best one. So you select which enrichment program is feasible for them and how it will be provided by the teacher to the learners. Okay, and this is your role. Okay, this is your role. And next one, for every category of students, periodical or regular medical checkup is also one of the essential needs. And sometimes we see, due to the negligence of the parents, okay, the parents sometimes they are very much neglect towards the health position of their children. So this is why periodical or occasional or regular medical checkup should be provided by each and every school, and to meet the health needs or to satisfy the normal health status of the learners. Okay, then also the students, what is that, in which area they belongs, every students they require proper feedback, proper monitoring, and which also accelerate their pace of learning. Okay, so next point is, measures need to be placed to help the learners sensitivity, school adjustment, and curriculum adjustment. Okay, this means we will recognize the needs of the learners, so that the learners they will able to adjust with the curriculum, with the school, and in respect of their own personal difficulty. About all the things, we must identify and we must satisfy their need in this aspect, so they will be benefited by attending this school or inside the school, and by with the help of the teachers or the teaching personnel or the non-teaching staff who are working there. Okay, and the next point we will come, so this is I will discuss. So while I am talking this, uh, another thing I will speak, another point, that is the students who have this who belongs to the CWSN. Okay, CWSN. Okay, CWSN means children with special needs. Children with special needs. Okay, so who are the to whom you call the children having these special needs? Okay, they are the blind persons, they are the deaf persons, and they may visually impaired. Okay, and also auditory impaired person, and for them, and or also they are physically impaired or orthopedically illness. Okay, they are intellectually incapable. Okay, they are mentally retarded, because the children with special needs means the students who never come under who deviates from the normal. And for them, and this category of students, they can categorize as follows: visual impairment, language difficulties, language disadvantage. And this category for the students, they have also certain type of needs. Okay, so students, whenever you will go to second year, there is a paper for you, that is inclusive education. Okay, and in inclusive education you will go about all these things. So for them, generally the students who have this type of difficulty, what are their learning needs, what are their common learning needs? Okay, about this now I am telling you. What is the need of the students? They never come under normal, they have some special difficulties. Okay, and due to this, the students are required to attend some preschool training center, and by attending this preschool training center, we can assume, you can tentatively accept that they will free from all this type of difficulty to a little amount. Okay, ଯିଏ ଜଣେ ଦେଖି ପାରୁଛି ଅଳ୍ପ, ସେ କିଛି ପରିମାଣରେ ବେନିଫିଟ ପାଇପାରିବ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେ ସମ୍ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଦେଖି ପାରୁନାହିଁ, ତା ପାଇଁ the student who are totally blind, for him or her, what is required? The special training school and college is required. Okay, special instrument is required, special teacher is required. Okay, but who is partial or partial impaired vision, so he or she will be benefited to a little degree from the normal school. Okay, so this is why for them it is required to provide them preschool training center, first need. And second one is counseling for parents. Okay, hence they are the students, they have some significant difficulty in physical aspect, in mental aspect, in social aspect. So these students should be provided proper counseling by the teachers in their home. So, okay, so counseling should be provided properly for these students. If the parents, they will be aware of all the things, this is my child, this is the difficulty which lies in with my child, and he or she is required to attend the special school, or she will go to the common school. Now it is said that all the students mean the student irrespective of their caste, creed, color, sex and disability, they are required to attend the normal school, and the normal school will never deny them, and they will sit with the normal student, they will learn together, and the society and the teachers and the students, everybody is required to cooperate with them, respect them, value them, and they will learn with the normal student, and they will never be denied to attend the normal school. And this is why the term inclusion is used nowadays. Previously it was separation, isolation, but nowadays we are giving priority on this inclusion, and this is why we are using the term inclusive education. Oh, and for whom it is used? The student who have this type of difficulties, okay, in different areas. Okay, so the learning need, second learning need is counseling for parents. Okay, and the third learning need is for the children having this special CWSN, children with special needs, necessary learning equipments kimba assistive device. Okay, necessary learning equipments. The student who are blind, who are fully blind, so they require special type of instrument. But the student who are partially blind, he can able to learn with the friends by making some surgery, or by providing some spectacles or some other type of instrument. Okay, so according to the need of the learners, they should be provided the equipments or the device which can be useful for them. Okay, so this is the concept. And the next one is the uniforms. Okay, it is also said that or felt that these students, they are required to provide the uniforms, and next need is transports. Okay, this means they are incapable to go or to move here and there. Okay, so this is why for them the wheelchair is required. The student who are suffering from this orthopedical illness, who are incapable to move, who are incapable to work, so for them the necessary instrument wheelchair is required. Okay, some other device also required, so it should be provided to the school by the circle inspector or the next higher authority. Okay, then the special teachers. Okay, then you think that if the student, they have some special needs, do you think every time the normal teachers like you or me or other can able to teach them? So for example, the students who are 100% blind, can you teach them with the normal school? They require some special equipments with some special teachers who is experienced, who is trained in this aspect. So for this purpose, the necessary, relevant, required trained teacher with necessary equipment is necessary to deal this type of learners, and it is one of the essential learning needs of the learner of this type of students. Okay, then come to next point is the resource room. Okay, resource room. So in every cluster we see the existence or the presence of this resource room, because there we think the teacher and the students in collaboration, they will be benefited to a greater extent. So this is why the resource room will be available for each and every category of students. Okay, and so these are the common learning needs of the student having these special needs. Okay, and next we think geographical factor. I am giving some example previously. So we think if the geographical factor does not match with the learners, nowadays we can take the present example, what we are now feeling. So now we are feeling or suffering from this corona epidemic. So you think we means you the teachers, we the teachers, you the students, we suffer a lot academically, physically, mentally. Okay, so this is why again we are trying how to use the time and how will be benefited. So proper environment is required to learn. If sometimes you are feeling too hot, so what will happen? Do you think can you able to learn with this hot atmosphere? Never it will be possible. So this is why good atmosphere is required, healthy atmosphere is required, which atmosphere is free from all sort of disease. किछि माने वर्तमान हमर महामारी व्यापिकला किछि रोग व्यापिकला तेणुकर से रोग भय आम कौन करवा ना प्रिकसन नहीं आम निजको सुरक्षित रखापी चेष्टा करवा से आम देखा जे आमर पाठटा बड़ जदि गोटे एरिया रे से भाया डिफिकल्टी इट इज कंटिन्यूइंग फॉर years together and years together so how the learner they will expected to learn as a normal child normal learner never it will be possible okay so this is the thing this is the concept that geographical factor plays an important role in the process of learning and in the process of development if the geographical environment if the geographical factor is not suitable is not feasible then every time we will fail and fail okay this is why we must also stress we must also consider on this factor okay so this is why uh, another thing I will say it is not my saying research it is the research finding most of the researcher or the investigator or the student they have conducted study and it is there they have demonstrated the findings in this way so always the social factors the economic factors the cultural factors and the geographical factors and the special uh, learners condition physical conditions and their mental condition positively correlate with this learning and with their stages of development okay so this is why if the students they are required very much good social economic cultural and geographical environment and this political environment no doubt the students they will be benefited to a greater extent and then this time their retention will be more and more their enrollment it will also enhance their enrollment position and the parents they will also feel very much comfort to send their children to the school and if the school is capable if the school is located in a urban area and if every student are capable to attend the school then no doubt it will create some healthy atmosphere so friends you think how will use the time how will use the resource how will help our friends so that everybody of us they will able to get some good social economic and that political and this cultural and this conducive geographical environment so that they can best use of the time and can best use of the what best use of their efforts okay so every time we are saying that education is a tripolar process what yes or no tripolar means one pole is the teacher second pole is the that is the process and the third pole is the environment and the next pole is the that is the books okay so we must try to maintain balance between the teacher taught and the environment and the situation and with the books and the strategy and every time we are giving stress on this pediocentric tendency in education so we must look after we must consider the understand the learners and their difficulties so this means we must think that if he is a learner if she is a learner this means what is his or capability what is your capability or incapability what sort of need he or she had and this is why if her needs if his needs will match with the learning then accordingly if we will provide the situation no doubt he will be interested towards the learning and you think that interest is an emotional force of experience which impels the person which compels the person to do that activity to attend that activity okay if interest will be more then your involvement will be more then your attainment will be your achievement will be also more and more so this is why try to make the students interested towards this learning by providing them good atmosphere, suitable atmosphere, good position. If they are deprived of, if they have no such type of facility, okay, they are deprived of, if they belongs to this poor socio-economic side, being a friend, being a teacher, okay, try to do something for them, so that think as if they will be benefited and they will be also useful for you, because every human being, every individual have certain positive potentiality. So as a friend, as a teacher, okay, as a mother or as a sister, you try to help the friends, and if they are deprived of getting, try to help them more and more, so that they will be benefited like you and they have come to the normal level. So I think this topic is very much acquainted with our experience, and everybody have enough experience in respect of this issue, and we think accordingly we should take some realistic pragmatic steps, so that the society will be benefited and the society will build in a positive direction and able to maintain this what able to exist, and never it will be perished and perished. So it is my conclusion, and wish you happy Raja everybody. Okay, wish you happy Raja. Okay, so I think wish you the best, and now I want to conclude this topic, and next topic I think in some other day I will discuss what you have pointed out, that is discussing this uh, organizing learning needs of the learners in and out of school. Okay, so this is very common. Next day I will discuss this. Okay, so thank you everybody, wish you happy Raja. Okay, thank you.